Alright, Shalom, Mike. First, I want to give all reason and go to Yahshua, by Hakodash, the double to the positive hell of the millstone. I want to the elect, teaching right now, truth and sincerity. Okay, yes, today I just, the, because we understand that these prophecies was, that's been made manifest was being spoken of old, man. This was something that those men, inquired back in to come to pass, man. Yeah, but this is the time where the Lord is confessed, man. Yeah, so this vision is yet different. Things that the Lord has shown, prophets. These different visions that the Lord has showed His prophets about the end. It was guess what? It was for a point of time. Which is the end. Like I said, it said for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And yeah, because matter of fact, let's get something real quick. I think that's 2nd was the 6th chapter. Because everything is about towards everything is pretty much pointing towards the end. These different prophecies, it was about the end. These different like I said, these prophecies, everything is pointing towards America. Everything is the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord. And what's the day of the Lord? Pretty much the end all be all, everything. That's the climax. So let's see if I can find this real quick. Bear with me, let's see if I can find this. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 12. It says, I beseech thee, show thy servant the end of thy tokens, whereof thou showedest me part of the last night. And what's these tokens? These different prophecies, man. In secrecy, this is the real riches, knowing the end of the movie, man. That's the tokens, man. It says, so he answered and said unto me, stand up upon thy feet and hear a mighty sounding voice, and it shall be as it were a great motion, but the place where thou standest shall not be moved. So pretty much, the angel, pretty much jumped him forward in time, pretty much. It says it's going to be a great motion, so it's pretty much it's like time travel, pretty much, man. It says, and therefore when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. See? So every time these prophets seen these things, it was always pointing towards the end, man. And why I said, and when it speaketh, be not afraid. Why? Because if these things that's on the planet Earth and that's gonna get worse, it's gonna be very troublesome and perilous times that we're coming into. See, we just in the beginning stages of the sorrows, man. We're in the beginning stages of these, man. And that's the end. It says got everything. If it's the end, it's going out with a bang. Well, America's gonna go out with a bang, man. Even before, the day of the Lord is going to be all hell at its height. And then the ultimate climax when the Lord is going to be so bad out here, man, that you can't focus on one thing. It's going to be famine, wars, race wars, cannibalism, sedition among men, all types of things. It's going to be bodies on the ground. It's going to be complete chaos. But when Yahushua crack them clouds, he's gonna break all that up. It's gonna be all eyes on him, man. That's how bad the day of the Lord gonna be, man. Yeah, I mean, So it says on this back in Habakkuk 2 and 3 said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. See, meaning what is lingering because it's a build up. See, because the Lord could have been got rid of this place, man. But everything is a build up. When it says terror, meaning it's just lingering. You see, these devils is taking cautionary steps. They doing it step by step. Okay, we gotta get this. We gotta get this on COVID-19. How everybody's scared. Now we gotta blame it on somebody. Blame it on the Israelites. Now we gotta put in laws, legislation. We can kick in their doors. It's tarrying, But it said, wait for it. It said, because it will surely come. These things are going to come. It will not tear you up, because once it comes, it's going to be full blast, man. Yeah, I mean, and this what the prophets have always been spoken about. They pretty much each prophet got a different uh had pretty much got a different scene in the movie. Just like you read like the book of Revelations, it was different towards the end of the movie, and it's different views of the scene. You know, different views of the end of the scene, man. It was always point towards the downfall of America, but it was different views of it, man. Different scenes of the end, man. And now you see all of that coming together, man. And that's why, it's precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Because, okay, Isaiah might be talking about something, then he might jump all the way to the end. But you go to Jeremiah, he'll show you the midst of what Isaiah seen, And you go to Habakkuk, you know what I mean? Then you'll jump to Revelations, and you'll come back to Exodus, you know what I mean? We in that time, man. This is the time where the words of the Lord is going to be made manifest, man. Everything that the prophets was being mocked at and being scoffed at about, man. Guess what? Now you're seeing the words coming to pass, man. So this is Ezekiel 12 and 27. It says, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are false. Now back then, as you can see, the people wasn't in a sense of urgency, you know. Even though Ezekiel, he was speaking the words of the Lord, but it wasn't meant for that time. They was right. It was for many days to come. But guess what? These are the days that the words that was being prophesied. We are in those days now, man. Verse 28, it said, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord of power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more. But the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord of power. And now we see it being made manifest. What Daniel was talking about, Joel, we see it now coming to pass, man. We seeing the words being made manifest, man. Because most of these prophecies was talking about it was a certain kingdom that these things was going to happen, man. You read the scripture, it says Babylon the Great, it might say Egypt or Nineveh. Well, all those are nicknames for America, man. The most wickedest kingdom ever erected. And why is it, known as Babylon? And ultimately Babylon, it got a nigga with a mask, man. That's why this place got to go. Salakia. But this place ultimately known as Babylon because it's confusing. This place upholds all the customs of these different heathen nations, these different old past rulerships like Egypt. Motherfucker from Egypt come from the ancient Egypt empire coming this time, they'll feel right at home. People in Nineveh, they came in this time, they'll feel right at home. Old Babylon, they'll feel right at home. Sodom and Gomorrah, they will feel right at home, man. So this is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected. You don't think the Lord is going to spring into action and end it right here, man? We in that time, man. This is the time where the Lord is about to spring into action, man. That these words is not going to be, you know what I mean? You got another 10 years left in this place. No, man, we in that time. It's now, everything is hour for hour now. You see, what's going to happen this month, or this week? It's what's happening this hour, what's happening in that hour, man. Everything is getting close and close like that. Matter of fact, let's get that in 2 Ezra 16. Because that was the different birth pains, man. What's going to happen this year? And we seen how everything first started off, man. February was kind of quiet, and then guess what? It's starting to ramp right back up, man. And now you getting something in your news feed every goddamn 20 minutes, 30 minutes, man. Something happening. So this is 2 Ezra 16 and 37. It said, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And yeah, see, this was always being spoken of, man. And now we seeing it being made manifest. We see just a little snippet of it. And you see it again, and you see it again, and guess what? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not slacking off. It's being made more and more manifest. You know? It says, behold, the plague draw nigh, not slack. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month, see, that's when the deliverance comes. And the 9th month is a certain period of time where that baby is going to be formed in the belly, and then that's when it's time to be delivered, man. You know, so the Lord, He does the Lord is perfect, man. It's a certain time everything had to come to pass. You know, before we even had to, go into Joel the 2nd chapter about the arrows. You know, guess what? They had to make the arrows, so now we can read in this true context now. You know, if it went for World War II and these devils dropping the bombs, that atom bomb, we wouldn't know what that was talking about. You know, like it said in Revelation 13, rain fire down from heaven. You know, all that had to happen, man. You know, then these certain events that happen now, we can go into it and say, okay, it's talking about this, it's talking about that. We're in that point in time, and now as you can see, the different plagues and pestilence that's on the planet Earth is getting worse and worse and worse. We here, man. You know what I mean? It says, and as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth a son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. See? Even so shall the plagues be slack to come. Even so, I'm gonna read that again. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. See? That's what's coming, man. Nothing but, because, hey, what's pretty much the scriptures is full of. Let's get this real quick. Because the words of the Lord is being made manifest. Now, what's the words of the Lord pretty much consist of? Let's get that. Ezekiel 2, and I start at 9. It says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And what's this roll of a book? Pretty much the scriptures as a whole, man. The Holy Bible is in entirety, man. It said, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. See? And now you see this is being made manifest. It wasn't like, it's not like their Lord is going to be all cupcakes and sunshine, and the Lord going to come in the chariot and get everybody a hug, man. No, it's going to be straight hell, man. Nothing but plagues and pestilence, mournings, death. That's what's coming, man. Because I tell you that in Revelation 18 chapter, before the icing on the cake, nothing but hell's going to come here, man. Let's get that. Revelation 18 and 8, it said, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. And who is this talking? It's talking about America, man. These different plagues is going to come in this place, man. Because even though the whole world is on fire pretty much, but the main event is America, man. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah the 47th chapter, the plague is going to come in its perfection. Once it hit this place, that's a wrap. Because this is the main event. This is the venue the Lord has chosen to, once again, show his power, man, and declare his name throughout the planet Earth through this place being destroyed, man. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. So yeah, it's going to be a period of time that this hell is going to be on this place. And then the Lord's going to put this bitch out her misery by the way of these missiles, man. We in that time. It's not a time to be making rap videos. You know what I mean? Hey, you got to be in the spirit. We once again in Egypt, man. Pretty much getting prepared to get the fuck out of this place. You had your shoes on, your staff. I ain't saying you gotta have a staff, but pretty much get ready to be on the move. Matter of fact, let's go back to 2 Ezra 16, because it says that. 2 Ezra 16 and 40, I believe. Yes, 2 Ezra 16 and 40. It says, "Oh, my people, hear my words." See? Meaning what? Hear the prophets, man. Because you can read Psalms 23 and you don't know what the hell. You can quote it from the top of your head and don't even know what each line means. You know what I mean? You meaning you hear the word, meaning you hearken and you understand it. You know? It says, make you ready to the battle. See, meaning pretty much be prepared for the things that's coming, man. And it ain't like you can do this physically. This song, spiritually, man. Mentally and spiritually, because this word is pretty much is gearing you up. It's getting you prepped up for the things that's coming, man. That's what the prophet was set up for, is to warn you, get you ready for the things that's coming. You know, that trumpet. You know, the sword comes, you making yourself ready. Because when it do come, you ain't gonna fall apart. That's the comfort of the scriptures. When it do happen, what you said, the scriptures did say it's gonna happen now. You know? So it says, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So matter of fact, let's get this word pilgrim. Let's get this word pilgrim, matter of fact. Let's just see just a regular old definition of the word pilgrim. You know? Because, hey, man, you know, you can't be settled here, man. You know? So let's see this word pilgrim. It says a person who journeys, especially a long distance, to some sacred place as an act of religious devotion. Oh, that's heavy right there. Pilgrims to the Holy Land. That's heavy. It says a traveler or wanderer, especially in a foreign place. It says an original settler in a region. Okay, let's see. So pretty much a traveler or wanderer, because this is not our rest. We just passing by this place. Matter of fact, because he said walk through the valley of shadow. It's not like King. Speaking of Psalms 23, let's get that, because He's not saying that I'm. Though I stay here in the valley, he said I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Meaning, what, we just passing through this place, man. This is not the end all be all, and that's part of the gospel, man. That's the good news. We finna get the fuck out of here, man. Excuse my language, but that's the best way I can put it. You know what I mean? That's very uplifting news. You know what I mean? So let's see. This is I start at 1. Psalm 23 and 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water. Man, this knowledge, He restoreth my soul, and that's what happens when you get this knowledge, man. You being restored. You know, that's the skin being put on you. You know, you got the sin, the sinews, you got the skin, and now you got the breath. You have been restored. You know, He leading me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. Man, it's just the knowledge, man. That's how we once again the Lord brought us back to life, man. You know, it says, yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for Thou art with me. Thy rod and Thy staff, they comfort me. Meaning, what, this knowledge, this is what's going to uphold us. This is what's going to keep us sane. We're not going to fall apart when the devil roll on us, and when these different adversities we face. Yeah, we might be spooked for one point. Your adrenaline gonna get pumping, but we're gonna always revert to the scriptures, man. But as you can see, it says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, meaning what, we just passing by, man. You know, we just passing by, man. Because after this, it ain't gonna say it's all down here, but that's the kingdom. That's gonna be eternity, man. We gonna have to look over our shoulders no more, man. But before that, all hell is coming. You know what I mean? You know? And you just got to hope and pray to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, continue to deal with us, man. You know, because we in that time. You know? Matter of fact, I ended off on this. Matthew 24. Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at 3. It said, and He said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to Him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of Thy coming and the end of the world. See, they wanted that certain time, that appointed time when the Lord is going to return, man. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And yeah, and that's even dealing with a lot of Israelites, man, because they can be made. That can be made literal, but also just saying they coming in the name Yahushua, you know, and pretty much they coming in, speaking, coming out the scripture saying they coming in the name Yahushua, and they leading you on a crash course to hell, man. They ain't preparing you for the things such as the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Because when it happens, if you ain't taught your congregation that, what's gonna happen? They liable to stone your ass, man. There's a lot of people that's getting deceived because there's a lot of people that's coming in the name of Yahushua, but they're not teaching the name of Yahushua, because it's not just talking about the name itself. The name comes with the doctrine, man. You know, it says, and you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And yeah, and see, we just in the beginning, man. This is just the beginning, man. It's finna get a whole lot worse, and you gonna know it's real when the internet cut off, when they pull the prophets back. Tell you that he's gonna send for many fishers, and after then, that's when the internet called. That's when he's gonna send for many hunters, man. Because we still in fishing season. Fishing season is almost over with. That's a certain time. Because the Lord said he measured the times and he numbered the times. He do not move nor stir them till the said measure be fulfilled. That's on all levels, man. These different kingdoms, they have a certain period of time to rule. This word is gonna have a certain period of time to be out, man. And when is it? It's gonna be fair game, man. If you ain't got that hedge of protection, man. Yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much it. Again, man, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakodash. Double honor to the apostle, that was a great millstone. Shalom to the elect, the teacher word, not true friend of charity. DTA, a Bible ball.